What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Jamie's Reviews. I am Jamison Michael, and today we're going to talk briefly about a shoe from Nike that many people seem to be into, the Nike React INFINITY RUN. Now, I had this shoe for a little over a month, and our guest, Lindsay Q, has had them for about a couple of weeks. So we think we are ready to give the people what they want. So the Infinity has had quite the hype around it. Nike promoted that this shoe is supposed to reduce injuries and help runners keep running. Possibly a bit more of a stability option, but some may see this as more of an evolution of the Epic React. And well, we just see the shoe as another shoe that needs to be reviewed. So this is our review of the Nike React INFINITY RUN. So like with many Nike running models, you got a one-piece FlyKnit upper, but this FlyKnit is a bit more structured than what we had seen on the Epic React series. They call this FlyKnit Loft. It has 3 layers of mesh to really give the shoe a more secure fit, while areas like the tongue are a bit more stretchy, like typical FlyKnit. The big thing going on here is the addition of this plastic clip that goes from around the heel and towards the side of the foot. This here is what seems to guide the foot to be more stable for a more efficient foot strike. I see it as a similar concept to what Brooks does with their guide rail system, which is supposed to help promote a more efficient gait cycle. Along with the extra React foam and a more curved rocker design, the Infinity React really seems to be going for that stable yet plush ride. And there's actually 24% more React foam in this shoe compared to the Epic React. And the overall base of the shoe is wider. The React flares outward from around the midfoot and back towards the heel. And typically the more platform you have on the ground, the more stable the ride should be. And for us, we found that to be the case. The outsole is pretty much giving the people what they want. Many people did not like the idea of having so much exposed rubber on their Epic Reacts. So here we have rubber throughout the entire bottom of the shoe. We found that with the extra rubber and the extra React foam, the shoe is not as flexible as other Nike models. But the rocker curve design enables the shoe to feel a bit more smooth in transition, so the lack of flexibility was not an issue for us. Traction was fine for the most part, just not great in wet areas. But I don't see myself wearing a FlyKnit shoe in wet environments anyway. FlyKnit in water is never a good match. So what about the Infinity React do I like? Well, a few things. The fit. I like how Nike finally opened up the toe box. I didn't have to move up a size to compensate for more toe room. And the midfoot lockdown is pretty good, especially for a FlyKnit upper. It is secure on the toe box and the midfoot, and then stretchy throughout the tongue. And the best part is the pull tab. You can't forget about the pull tab. Gang gang. Now there were some things that I did not like about the shoe. For one, I had some issues with the heel slipping. The heel cup itself isn't really structured, and the ankle collar is just so thin. So I think it would just depend on how it fits around your heel, on whether or not you get heel slipping. The other thing was that there was a bit of an arch in the shoe. Like, it was kind of aggressive. That was the first thing that I noticed when putting the shoe on. I was having Hoka Clifton 4 flashbacks. But fortunately, after a few hours in the shoe, the arch started to settle in and felt a bit more normal. So is the React INFINITY RUN the next big thing? To me, it's a cool shoe. It does the job of providing a plush, bouncy ride in a nice fitting, stable package. It feels great for modest to slower paced runs. It may be a bit too much shoe for speed, but comfortable as a daily trainer. All they need to do is fix the heel slipping and chill out on the arch, and maybe lower the price a little bit. Now, will this shoe prevent or reduce injuries? Who knows? I'm not going to say it does, because I can't afford that kind of lawsuit. If any of you happen to roll an ankle and say Jamie says it's going to prevent injuries, nope, I did not say that. But other than that, it's a good shoe. A bit pricey, but it is Nike. So really, what did you expect?
Well done.
What's going on, guys? This is the post review. Today we got Lindsay Q back at it again, back to back. This is like a celebration because we do like once a year, maybe once every like twice a year, but back to back in the same week.
I feel pretty special.
Thank the Nike gods. So the people been wanting to know about this new Nike INFINITY React, all the hype, all the marketing. Have you seen the whole marketing behind the whole prevents injuries, all that good stuff? So that's all good and dandy, but we want to know what you think about the shoe, how it fit, how it feels, how it looks, everything about the shoe. You've had it for a week or so?
About probably almost 2 weeks now.
All right, so in about 2 weeks. So you're an expert on the shoe. All right, so what do you think of it? Just first initial reaction to it and then overall thoughts on it.
First initial reaction whenever I pulled it out, really like the way that it looks, especially the purple one. I have never run in Nikes before, as I mentioned last week, and I was actually very, very impressed. I've run like 2 or 3 runs in them, and they've all felt really good.
Well, I've seen your times. So they seem to be working.
Yes.
Are you injured?
No.
So it works.
Exactly.
These prevent injuries.
Prevent.
Guaranteed. Don't sue us if you get hurt. The whole FlyKnit. Some shoes have like traditional uppers where it's just your regular mesh. How do you feel about FlyKnit? Some say it's too thin, too flimsy. Some says it feels great and it's light. What do you feel on that?
I think it feels really good. I like how light it is. It's almost like a sock.
I had one issue. The heel cup, I had a little bit of slipping in there. I guess because it wasn't as like sturdy and what I'm used to in some shoes. And it's so thin. But some people don't have any issues with it. Where are you at on that?
I didn't have any issues.
No issues?
No.
See, it's just me. I got issues. I don't know if it's just me and sometimes. And I had the Nike Epic React, which is like the precursor to what this shoe is. I liked the shoe a lot. But this one fits a lot better to me. The wider forefoot, the snug midfoot. How do you feel about the fit?
I really like the little bit of a wider forefront. I have a narrow foot, but I feel like lately I've liked having more room to move my feet around.
I feel like it's still snug in the mid part,
Yeah.
so as long as your foot's locked in there. So another thing people are talking about is the arch of the shoe. You feel it? You not feel it? Does it bother you? Does it break in?
I feel like whenever I first put it on, maybe I noticed it because I went right from another shoe to this one, and so I was like, oh, it feels different. But once I started running in it, it just felt normal. I
feel the same way. I'm gonna lie, when I first got the shoe, I was like, oh no, I can't do this. It's like a big bump in my arch, and I was like, nope. And people were like, no, break it in. I was like, all right, I know. So I went like a day, 2. It feels how it should feel.
Yep.
So initially, it's not gonna feel great. So we gotta give it a chance. That's if you want to give Nike a chance.
Yep.
There's a lot of shoes out there. This is solid. I don't think it's gonna prevent injuries. I think, biomechanics and, foot strike and strengthening your imbalances and all that. That's what you really need to do to prevent injuries. But for the sake of marketing, it sounds great, doesn't it? But Nike's doing their thing. They're doing cool things with their shoes. How do you feel about the whole Vaporfly, Alphafly shoe being banned? Any thoughts on that? Is it cheating?
I don't think it's cheating because ultimately, kind of what you said with the preventing injuries, like you still have to put the work in.
Okay, that's true.
So I don't think a shoe is like magically gonna, make you win the Olympics.
Magic shoes.
Helpful maybe, but
what do you wear?
For
races? For your, your mile, 5Ks?
I'm actually looking for some racing shoes for my mile and my 5K. I wore some Brooks how do you say it?
Oh, Hyperion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wore those into the ground, and I'm thinking of getting another pair of those.
Oh, they're coming out with a new Hyperion line. One with the carbon plate, since magic shoes are cool, and one without. It's called the Tempo. So it's like a more traditional flat. So you might like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll call up Brooks and we can get a size 7.5 sent to Lindsay Q. With that said, where can they follow you on the social medias?
On the Run Fit. Lindsay Q.
No, I told you, you can't do it this way. You gotta follow your girl Lindsay Q on the IG on the Run Fit. Follow her right now. Links down below. Stop playing around. Watch the video first and let it finish. I need my 10 minutes of my ad revenue. But after that, go to the IG and follow her. Stop playing games. See, I get hyped up. And you can follow me too. I'm gonna put my thing right here. But if you haven't already, you're probably not going to. But you can follow her. She's a little more Instagrammable. Is that the word? Instagrammable. She's more Insta fun to follow. Links down below if you're interested in the Infinity React. They're $160, a little pricey, but you know how Nike does. The second a new colorway comes out, price goes down. I like your colorway a little bit better.
I like the color a lot.
Like the white's cool, but the second I get it dirty, it's done. So with that said, be sure to stay in school, don't do drugs, and if you can, please, all of you, keep it tight. Real tight. All right, Anthony, how was that? That's good.